Hello, and welcome back to Sentry's official YouTube channel. My name is Ahmed Al-Taifi, and I'm a senior software engineer at Sentry. Today, I want to share with you how I use Sentry's dashboards feature to both help me monitor my projects and track the top issues and slowdowns that my team and I should be focusing on. So without further ado, let's dive right in. I should probably give some context here for those of you who are not familiar with what the Sentry dashboards feature is. It's a tool that Sentry provides to enable you to keep a pulse on your application health and team progress. It does this through allowing you to do things like querying all your error, issue, and/or transaction metadata across all of your projects and across all of your teams. From there, if you want to dive in deeper, you can also leverage the Discover Query Engine feature to slice and dice according to any specific conditions you may care about, but more on how you can leverage the Discover Engine feature later on. Now, circling back to this dashboards feature, one way my team and I use this feature particularly is during our sprint planning sessions, as it provides us with an easy way to surface the most important errors and performance issues in our product, and in doing so, we're able to prioritize these issues accordingly in our sprints. So let me walk you through a demo of how you can also build your own dashboards using some of our newest dashboard features to set you and your team up for success. So the first thing that I'm going to do here is to navigate to the dashboards tab. And as you can see here, this is our new dashboards feature, which is a bunch of pre-built templates for you fitting different use cases. I personally like to start with these out-of-the-box dashboards so that I don't have to use both sides of my brains to build one. Now, let's say for the sake of this demo, we're building a mobile template dashboards. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to this mobile pre-built template and click on preview just to get a feel of what's actually inside this. And the moment we click this, we're navigated to the preview dashboard. As you can see here, this dashboard template shows us a bunch of information that might be valuable to a mobile team. Things like the total number of crashes, the number of unique users who crashed, overall number of errors, crashes over time, overall throughput, and other metrics that give us a sense of what the mobile app performance is like. Now, this is a great place to start. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and add this dashboard. So I'm gonna click on Add Dashboard. And I'm gonna rename this to be Ahmed's mobile team. All right, sounds good. Now, let's say once we built our dashboard, we realized that it's missing some data regarding specific issues that my team and I own relative to the number of users that these issues affect. And it's important for me to see this as part of my dashboard so we know during our sprint planning which issues should get the highest priority based on their customer impact. And so to add this information to my dashboard, we'll need to add a new widget that somehow captures this information. So let's navigate to the Add Widget button, and once I click that, I'm given two options, either to create a custom widget, or the same way we had some pre-built templates, we also have this new feature that is a pre-built widget library. So we click on this pre-built widget library and we see here that there are a bunch of pre-built widgets that might actually be very valuable, like duration distribution, high throughput transactions, LCP by country, measurable users, slow versus fast transactions, issues for review, top unhandled error types, users affected by error. So what I'm looking for is basically these issues for review. I'm gonna click on this widget and I'm gonna add it to my dashboard. And once it's added, we can see it here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna need to configure this widget so that it fits my particular needs. I'm gonna click here, go to edit widget. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna rename this widget name to issues I care about. I care about. The data set here is issues, and this is exactly what I'm looking for. And as you can see here, we have this query, which is a list of search parameters. These search parameters define what you're investigating. You can add additional parameters to filter down results by specific projects, releases, tags, issues, and so on. In this case, we just want a simple table view of the current issues filtered by our team. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna remove this for review filter because I basically looked at all the issues that I care about. So I'm gonna remove this and I wanna write this assigned filter so I'm able to look at all the issues that are assigned to my team. My team is mobile clan, and we can see here that this updates the my table with the list of issues I care about. Now, one thing that this widget doesn't capture yet is the user impact. And so to leverage this information, I'm gonna add a column here and I'm gonna look for users. Yep, here it is. I'm gonna put this up here next to events so that it's easier for me to look at. And as you can see here, it shows me the number of users and the number of events. Like we said, I want to surface the events with the most user impact on the top, because these are the ones that should get the highest priority. And so I'm gonna click on users here and sort by, and this pretty much surfaces the events with the highest unique user impact to the top. All right, this looks good. I like this. Now let's click on update widget, and this updates our widget to show me the events that I'm looking for. And here is what my widget looks like. Absolutely beautiful. One final thing to note here is right now the only visualization option supported when querying your issue data is a table. So it defaults to a table view similar to how you would see it within the review list today. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking this widget is pretty cool and all, but it's quite small and hard to read. And to that I say, no worries, we got you. With our new layout updates, you can edit the dashboard to make sure that you and your team don't get distracted by other metrics that can actually zero in on what's important. So let me show you how to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to edit dashboard on the top, and then I'm gonna drag this issues I care about widget to the top. Let's bring it all the way up here. And I'm probably gonna wanna expand it as well so that it takes more space. I'm gonna put it here. Expand my widget. Yeah, I think this looks good. I'm gonna save and finish. And this is what my widget looks like now. It occupies way more space, and so it's way harder to miss now that it's at the top of my page. And now this is what I'm talking about. Finally, we also want to make sure that we get alerted if there are any big changes happening, since we're about to launch a big release. And to do that, it's probably a good idea to be alerted on the number of users crashed. So we can actually create an alert on the number of users crashed by simply going to the widget, and let me show you how to do that. So I'm gonna go to the unique users who crashed widget, and I'm gonna click here, and I'm gonna say open in Discover. Now our upcoming release is gonna be called release foobar add 1.0, and so when I add this to my search query, there are obviously no user counts yet because that release hasn't been made, and so I can create an alert on that particular search query by clicking on this create alert button, which directs me to the alert creation page. In this case, I'm actually interested in measuring the percentage change in the number of users crashed, so I'm gonna select percentage changed. And what this will do is basically alert us when the number of errors in an issue or the number of unique users affected is significantly different than normal. So in this case, I want to trigger an alert when an issue is affecting 20% more unique users in an hour compared to a week ago. So I'm going to add 20% here, and I'm going to name my rule to something like something really bad happened. So dramatic, I know. And then I'm gonna add an action here, which basically it can be anything, either sending me an email or a Slack notification, let's say to my team and mobile plan. This will basically trigger an email to be sent to the team so we can quickly jump into Sentry and figure out what's going on before we continue with the rollout. So to bring this full circle, using the new dashboards features like the pre-built templates and the pre-built widget library, we were able to build a dashboard ready to go very quickly. It allowed us to see things that the team cares about the most every week, and to set up an alert that helps us monitor our next big release so we can quickly see the moment our release starts to degrade and take action. Best part is we did all of this in under 5 minutes. So this brings us to the end of the demo. If you currently use Sentry and you're either a business plan customer or you're on a trial version, you can sign in to use these features today. And if you want to learn more about Sentry, visit sentry.io or check the latest webinar that I will link somewhere here or here, I'm not sure. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay bug free. See you in the next video.